Hello and welcome to week 2 of AC 1110 Accounting Fundamentals. You have my contact information here. We have the email address, we have the phone number, and we have the online office hours if you chose to go to them. They're not required. They are office hours on Monday, 6 p.m. Pacific, where we will have a conference call line, which will be a different line here so that we can have multiple people on a conference call. And we have the URL, which will be an online meeting room. It's a good idea to get used to this kind of format because it is something that will be used more and more in business. It's also something that is available in other tutoring options as well, including setting up another time with myself to meet in this type of fashion, or we can set up time with Amanda Edwards by either attending the Wednesday tutoring session with her or setting up other time with tutors like Amanda Edwards to help out with any questions as well. So there's a lot of resources, and if we use this information, then it's similar to a one-on-one face-to-face type of tutoring session. So if you're struggling, you really want to take advantage of that with either myself or the online tutors or the scheduled tutoring meetings in either the office hours and or the Wednesday tutors with Amanda Edwards. So if you have any questions on that, let me know and take advantage of that. The gradebook is over here on the left-hand side. So I'm going to go into this gradebook, which is this green icon on the left-hand side in the administration area. I'm going to click on that. Now, although we've been doing much of our information up here in McGraw-Hill, we are then going to transport that information weekly to the Moodle's Rooms gradebook. Why? Because the Moodle Rooms gradebook is what will be your final grades will be transferred from. So we're going to use Moodle Rooms gradebook will be the final gradebook that your grades will be in, and therefore you want to check this once a week. So you want to make sure that you're getting everything done in Connect, and then after the grades have been input, you want to go in here and check this out. So everything is generally due on Sunday, and then I have until Tuesday to enter the grades into Moodle Rooms, meaning transport all the grades from Connect to Moodle Rooms in multiple classes. Therefore, by Wednesday, you want to go in here and it should be populated for the week 1 activities, week 1 discussion, week 1 quiz, week 1 assignments, and week 1 homework. Anything that does not have full credits, you want to consider if you can pick up late work, which you generally can. So make sure to pick up late work. You can, of course, work on late work before the grades are input into here, but just remember that you want to think about late work and make sure that you pick that up. The exception to late work is generally the quizzes. You can't generally make up quizzes unless there's an exception. And in order to get an exception, you have to contact me and tell me what happened. And then I'll take that on a case-by-case basis in terms of allowing an extension. So you want to have that as a last resort. But the assignments and the homework you can generally pick up. So make sure to go in here and anything that is not quite complete, take a look at it and go into it late work with the knowledge that you're going to get backed up if you do that in later weeks. So it's a last resort to have to do late work. You can also get marked down for late credit, but if you can run into a time constraint, realize that you do want to go back in here and pick up those first weeks, especially that first week, because I know that getting used to all these programs is a lot to get used to Moodle and you get used to Connect, so you might have gotten backed up on the first week. So if that's the case, then go back in there and let's check it out again and pick up the late work on it. Take advantage of tutoring and whatnot if you need to in order to do so. I'm going to go back up to the cookie trail up top, and I'm going to go into this icon. We're currently in the gradebook, and I'm going to go back to the face of the course in this way. I'm going to scroll down to the current week that we are on, which is week 2. Click on week 2, and in week 2 we have the objectives, we have the topics, we have the lesson, and we are currently going to be moving to chapter 2 and chapter 3. So note that we already did part of chapter 2. We're going to go into it again. So week 2, the primary focus is really on chapter 2, the transactions, and then we're going to introduce chapter 3 and go over some Learn Smart questions on that, but you're only going to be tested on chapter 2. So that's how it's going to keep going. Then the next week we're going to complete chapter 3 again, look at it some more, complete it, then move on to chapter 4. So we're basically doing 1.5 chapters as we go, focusing on, in this case, chapter 2. And we have your resources here, so you can take a look at these videos to watch some of the material. A lot of them are repeated, and that's going to be very similar to like math. Anytime you want to go forward, you need to recap what we did. And these are the core concepts. This whole class is the core concepts that you're going to repeat and want to isolate and get down better and better as you go. Just like in math, no one generally completely understands one concept all the time before they go to the next concept, which builds on it. But the more they understand the one concept, the better it'll be and the easier it'll be to move forward. And so as we move forward with accounting, same thing will be true. We want to keep revisiting the same concepts and looking at them in terms of the new concept that we are doing in order to better isolate and build those concepts as we go. So in any case, you want to re-watch some of these videos. I guarantee that if you watch them multiple times, you'll continue to pick up new things. And the best way to practice some of the stuff when learning rules, just like in learning rules for a game, is repetition. So you do want to have some repetition. Say it out loud, watch the videos, do it, do the same problem over and over again until it just becomes kind of routine. Then you can get to more interesting stuff after that. So the discussion forums are worth 21% of the grade. Remember that the theory on how to get through this class is you want to pick up full credit on the discussion forum post. 21%, 100% of the discussion forum posts. You want to pick up as much of the credit as you can on the assignments as possible because you have control over those and you have support if you need it. And then you want to do as well as you can on the quiz with the knowledge that you've got full credit on the discussions and as high as point total as possible on the homework and the assignments. That's how I would approach these classes. That's how I suggest approaching basically all the classes. These are a lot of points in the discussion forum posts, and you should be able to pick those up. How do you pick those up? In essence, you need a minimum of 4 posts. I would post more like 7 to 8 times. There should be multiple opportunities for posts in the discussion forum post. I'm going to post, as you've seen in week 1, a lot of other stuff. You can post to my post, you can post to other people's posts, you can post to a question that I posed to another student. It doesn't have to be a question that I posed to you and your post particularly. Just make sure to answer the questions, make sure it's relevant to the topic, make sure that it's not just opinion, but that you have some content in the opinion, or if you're commenting on someone else's post, try to go beyond I like your post into this is exactly what is I like about it, and add to the conversation. Anything that adds to the conversation is worth some points. Once again, if it's not a great post, then you're going to need more than 4 in order to get full credit. But that's okay because the posts only go up. Every post gives you more points. There's no post that gives you less points, but it is possible not to achieve full credit with just 4 posts. So keep that in mind as you go. We have the assignment here. So this assignment will be the longer assignment in Connect. So if you went up to Connect and we went into week 2, you would see this assignment. And the assignment will look like this. Now remember to take advantage of the paperclip down here, which will give you an Excel worksheet that will be similar to the assignment. So this is the assignment that you need to work, but this will give you an Excel sheet that will give you much of the information. So even if you just look at the similar format, watch the video in this Excel sheet, then transpose those numbers to the assignment, you will pick up a lot of points. In order to get more information on how to do that, if you go back up to week 1, the week 1 area, and then you scroll down to the assignments and you click here, this video will show you how to toggle back and forth and how to use that information to go from one sheet to the other. It's going to show you how to use Excel, and it's going to show you how to format it, and a lot of basically the answer will be a lot in the formatting of the problem. So take advantage of that resource. Going back into here, the other assignment will be in Moodle Rooms. So remember to make sure to do this in Moodle Rooms, meaning you're going to download this worksheet. So if you click here, it'll look like this. You're going to work that worksheet, watch these 2 videos, which will show you exactly how to do that. Then you're going to upload it here to Moodle Rooms. So you want to go in here, and there'll be a submit button once the time has passed for the class to be open or the week to be open. You're going to submit it there. Now, you also have the worksheet here. The reason I give it here is because people often miss this assignment because it's in Moodle Rooms. This is Connect, this is Moodle Rooms. So you can download the worksheet here, but you don't want to upload it back into Connect. You want to upload it to Moodle Rooms. If you uploaded it here last time in week 1, then go ahead and just pick it up and upload it to the week 1's Moodle Rooms in here. And we want to get you used to basically that system, because every other class that doesn't use Connect will be in this format, meaning you're going to be uploading and downloading to Moodle Rooms. So remember that this assignment is a Moodle Rooms assignment. Once again, if you did not upload it here last time and you uploaded it to the paperclip in Connect, then just go back into it, upload it to here, and I'll pick it up and I won't take any points away for late credit on that. Then we have the Connect problems down here. Those are going to be the Learn Smarts. So hopefully we're getting used to the Learn Smarts. These are similar to multiple choice questions. Once you have completed them, you'll have full credit. Once you have completed them, you could keep working on them and keep going on them, because these are similar to multiple choice questions, which are similar to the quiz questions. So these are really good for practicing for the quiz. These are really good for practicing more kind of for real life, where you have a big problem and you have a lot of information. These are more like testing your knowledge, but they really limit information because they're in a packed multiple choice type of format. So they test the knowledge well, but they're often in a kind of a weird backwards type of way that you might not see as often in real life, because they're testing knowledge with a limited information, whereas the longer problems are testing knowledge with a lot of information. In real world, you'd probably be in this scenario where you have a lot of information. You're trying to weed out what you need to use and whatnot. I'm going to go back over here. Then we have the quiz. Just make sure to take the quiz by Sunday. So the quiz is due by Sunday. If you run into a time constraint, take the quiz. Take the quiz by Sunday, because it can't generally be made up, whereas the homework and the assignments can. If you're not prepared for the quiz, you'd rather have a low score than a 0. So make sure to take the quiz and pick up any points that you can on it, and then pick up any late work if you have to at a later time. And that's it for week 2, so have a great week 2.